What's happening once again, people? We are back in the garage representing Fifth Element Charity and Skank FM. This is part 2, mental health and hip hop with myself, DAZ. Welcome to the channel. Anyway, just going to put up a couple of posts. We'll wait a few minutes for people to join us, and then we'll get straight into the mix with some Irish hip hop tonight, talking back and forth about the topics of mental health as we did last night. And yeah, we'll recap on a few things for all the new viewers, and as well as that, we'll get into some fresh material that you might not have heard yet as well too. So keep it locked. It's all in aid of NI Mental Health Arts Festival, which is running this week, and we're supporting this through Skank FM, Elixir, Fifth Element, Moondoggies, Northern Souls crew. And as well as that, showing love and support to Tammy, tackling awareness of mental health issues in Northern Ireland, and I have been doing so for some time. So there's a link up on the comment section on the YouTube channel here, and that link allows you to donate to a really great cause. So yes, the track you're listening to in the background right about now, kicking off the show, is from Nick Muska, a local Belfast DJ and producer who I recently collaborated with. We talked a bit about it last night, and we'll let you know more about that. But anyway, sit tight for the next couple of minutes and we'll get the show underway. So yes, welcome people, DAZ Belfast 22 on the YouTube channel. I hope you subscribe. There's plenty more hip-hop on this channel from all sorts of angles, from US, the UK, and recently loads of Irish hip-hop on a Sunday night. We're going to be doing more Irish hip-hop this Sunday night from 10 to 12 p.m. It's become quite a session on a Sunday for myself. Just get to chill out, have a few beers while I'm off, sort of type thing, and spin some real dope Irish hip hop. So I'm really enjoying it on a Sunday night. But yes, last night we talked about mental health and hip hop. We talked about all involved at Fifth Element, Skank FM, Elixir, Moondoggy's Clothing, the Northern Souls breakdancing crew. And we really just broke down hip hop and how it can really help in certain aspects of mental health. We talked about expression and how, lyrics and art forms like breaking and graffiti and all the rest of it. It's like you can channel emotions and express yourself through those art forms. And we talked a bit about kind of getting that good feeling after creating a project, and that feeling of success and accomplishment as well, which can really help confidence and things like that. And then we also talked a bit about escapism and how getting involved in music and projects, whether it's music videos or producing beats or writing lyrics and stuff like that. It's escapism. It can take you elsewhere, and you can really delve into the music and lose your mind in that, rather than stuff that isn't really so good for your mental health. So it was a cool chat last night, and big up all the people that locked on. We had a good blast just chatting back and forth about certain subjects and topics. So as well as that, last night we played some of my tracks at the start of the show, tracks that have kind of, taken it back to about 5 years ago whenever I was suffering with anxiety and depression. It was the kind of music I was writing, and music about my feelings and my emotions and trying to control them, and tracks about, certain things that affected me, and also tracks about change and how those things in my life needed to change and how I had to take action to change them. So it was quite deep, and played a lot of music, a lot of homegrown music as well, and we're going to do the same tonight. But yeah, like I say, this one kicking off the show from local producer Nick Muska, and big love to Nick Muska. Myself and Nick just released a new project called On Rotation. It's free download on DAZ Music, SoundCloud, and again, we talked about last night how music can really have a good social aspect to it. So at Fifth Element, there's a real cool social aspect, especially because we've got all four elements of hip-hop in the one building. Like the breakers are on one floor, there's an art gallery, the graffiti artists are in and out doing the staircase in the art gallery. You've got all the MCs and producers and DJs up in the Skank FM building. And then you've got Elixir as well, who put on live hip-hop showcases for local talent and really help them out with a platform to perform. And then there's Moondoggies, who are printing t-shirts and supplying all the artists with fly clothing for their music videos and stuff like that. And the Northern Souls breakdancing crew just getting down, breaking. So, like I say, that social aspect of it, it's really amazing, and something we really love at the Fifth Element building. And it's cool just watching how collaborations happen, and that's what me and Nick did on that record, On Rotation. Like, music can bring people together, and like that project gave me a couple of focus points for a few days, and just writing the lyrics and getting it to sound right, and really occupied my mind while on lockdown. So shout out Nick Muska. Go check out the single as well, On Rotation. Like I say, it's free for you to download. But yes, I see there's loads of people locked in already, which is great. We'll give a few shout outs. So yes, who we got locked in? Rusty once again, loving it. Mark's ODC representing. Leslie Ann, of course, locked in. Multimedia, aka Mr. John Kerr himself. And that's another artist that we kind of feature at the Fifth Element building. Makes these amazing collages of kind of iconic people from this island, like rugby stars and George Best and stuff like that, and also icons of like Freddie Mercury and stuff like that too. So like we've got John's artwork hanging up in the Fifth Element gallery, and it looks sick. It's just really class. So shout out John, it's good to have you locked on. Big up Conway as well, dropping loads of bars at the minute, which is great to see. Who else we got? Casey, shout out, you legend. Clayton's locked on as well. All the people are here, and it's good to see the discussions going too. Roscoe Sauce is here as well. We're going to play one of his tunes tonight. It's banger. So yes, anyway, let's get into it. Like I say, music can be used as a therapy. That's something that I really did in the height of my depression. Like, I was at a real low, and I talked about this last night. You can go back and watch it, but I was at a real low to the point where things had to change, basically. So I talked about how I got myself back into a bit of exercise and cycling, and used music to motivate me to cycle and play those banging tunes to really, get things going. So yeah, after that, and after things started to come together, like through cycling and exercise and stuff like that, it was kind of like, right, I'm eating a bit healthier now because I'm exercising a bit more, and then I was sleeping better, and things started to fall into place. So with music, it kind of helped me do those cycles and get in that mind frame. But then listening to so many good artists, I was like, yo, I need to get back into the studio. Like, I need to just do something musically. So slowly I got back in, started to write lyrics and stuff like that, and that's when my writing style really changed, because I was actually putting my emotions down on the page, and I found it easier to write lyrics than what I did to talk one-on-one with people. So here's a prime example of that, and this track was wrote kind of in quite a deep stage in my life. Speech therapy. Time to get it off the chest. I'm dead now, there's nothing inside. I don't have tears, they've all been cried. I lost confidence and I got no pride. Got no will to try, so I got no drive. And every day I wake up, man, I ain't alright. So if you ask how I am, I might not reply. You see, counseling helped, man, just for a while. And then things got tough, so I'm living this trial. Well, in this life, if it is, I'm like Biggie, ready to die. Thought I had love, though I wanted to slide. So I took a fucking hit and tried to live a new life. I still am to a certain degree. Last year killed me, fuck 2015. New year dropped out one resolution, just to be happy, that's my solution. They say the drugs don't work, but they might if you try 'em for all it's worth. Pop a couple pills, then I head to work. Try to play it off even though it still hurts. But hey, that's my truth. I'm dead inside, but that's old news. 9 months of this shit, man, nothing but blues. Gray skies, pitch black, I ain't ready to lose. I'm dead now, but fuck it, I'm still breathing. I'm still here, so I guess I'm not leaving. I find faith in between her leaving. My nephew's gone and my family's bereavement. We all hurt, still searching for reasons. Try to keep it real, though my family sees it. I break on and I still can't believe them. My sister's pain still makes me speechless. His hands hurt, but they also heal us. Our Father, in the name of Jesus, listen when I talk, pick up the pieces. Give us strength in this time of weakness. Speech therapy, man, I think I need this. I don't perk, you love it and delete it. I rhyme about it cause I got my own reasons. So yeah, there you go. There you have an example of well, basically how I used rap as a therapy. That track is called Therapy, and it'll be released soon with a French producer called Salou on production. So anyway, yes, prime example of just how I used the art of rap really to get my emotions out on the page. Like I was saying, at times I find it really difficult to actually express myself to my family and close friends and things like that, but I had no problem sitting in the studio by myself for a couple of hours and just writing lyrics and getting stuff off my chest. And that's when, like in that kind of depressing stage in my life, that's when I started to really use music like in a different way, like to express, and that changed my whole style of writing rap music. Like before that I was kind of releasing stuff and talking about stories every now and again, but like now I really talk about my day-to-day life in my rap, and it's almost like conscious rap, you know, with kind of subjects and topics and things like that a lot of people can relate to and go through in their own life. So like that period of my life really helped change my style of writing and producing records and things like that. That's when my style became a bit more conscious, we'll say. But yeah, like loads of artists that was spun last night, like Jason, Waking Android, Devious, Apollo, who else we're having there, Juma last night. Like all those artists, all coming from sort of the Belfast North area, like Northwest Hip Hop, we played them last night as well. And every single one of them were, you know, they were talking about stuff in their music that was like affecting their lives and, you know, lives around them being affected as well, with topics of depression and mental anxiety and things like suicide and questioning things as well, like government action and stuff like that. So it's really quite amazing how a lot of Northern Irish and Irish MCs are starting to use rap to talk about political topics and stuff like anxiety and mental health and stuff like that. So big up all the MCs using the art craft, and you would have heard it last night and you're going to hear more of it tonight as well. But yes, that was a tune, like I say, from Salou and myself. I use music to express myself and get my thoughts down. And like I say, that it's a sense of escapism and getting into something. It's a sense of achieving something when that record's finished and produced. And then on top of that as well, it's like, you know, a sense to express yourself basically. And that's what we're trying to highlight here with hip hop and mental health, and how you can use the both hand in hand to be beneficial. But yes, as well as that, I've got another tune here. Again, this was like maybe a few years later. I was still kind of like on medication and coming out of it and stuff like that, but just reflecting on more loss, and also just in a way like finding a new respect for kind of reading the Bible and things like that, and looking into God and religions and just like a whole lot of things. I just started to question after I came out of depression and started to think like I have to sacrifice a lot of bad things in my life to get to a state of happiness, and I had to work hard. But this track just kind of sums up how I was feeling, and that sense of loss as well, through people, you know, dying and stuff like that. But yeah, you'll get an idea. Again, just using the art of rap to express myself, so I hope you dig it. Shout out to Bennis on production on this one. It's called You. It was on the album The Zone that we put out. That's everywhere. Here we go.
You made me change and I see that light. Always thought against it, I guess you're right. Always wonder why, but I took no sight. Just continued on with that shallow life. Concerned with the images of minor things. No concern about importance that life brings. Better yet, no understanding of what life means. Then you came along and you helped me see things that I didn't believe, and see things that were out of my reach, and I see things that I learn and preach. Now I see a different way, man, they're talking to beat. Yo, please forgive me, I have sinned. By no means am I perfect, I'm trying to win. And there's a million people out there just like me, confused and hurt in the search for peace. So still with me, I know you are. Still down, though you seem too far. Got you in my mind when I write these bars, and you heal my pain, though you leave them scars. We can't talk, but I hear you speak, and I know right from wrong, cause you help me see. But I'm still down and out, yo, so help me be. Still stick by my side and help me breathe. Life's been a panic with what I've been through, but I guess I know now the true meaning of truth. Time is a healer, I'll just wait. Patience is a virtue, I'm taking a break. Spill my life on the beat, yet for old time's sake. Speech therapy for the mental state. I sure what I got, take a slice of the cake. Let's pass it around and find those who relate. try, so hear my pain. All I want is happiness and I'm feeling again. And you know what I mean when you hear me speak. I'm a castaway man stuck in the beach. Dying at night, I guess I'm beat. So give me strength and the heart that beats, and that voice that talks, and the walk with the purpose. Get rid of the thought that says that I'm worthless. Rid of the wrong, get rid of the curses. Listen what I say and what I've said in the verses. You can rewind, you can get it reversing. I'm really trying hard just to be a better person. Let them say what they wanna say. You know the truth at the end of the day. So play my thoughts within broken keys. Let's talk in the real, just you and me.
Yo, stuck in this world trying to see things straight. So poor in this earth, but I'm rich in faith. I used to have my dreams and things so great, until my life changed quick when my whole mind stayed. Now it's been 5 months, I ain't shaking it off. Probably see it in my eyes or the way that I walk. Probably hear it in my voice, I'm no longer the same. All I know right now is it's heartache and pain. Trying to find change and take the advice. Get worse by myself, man, I fear every night. To be alone with these thoughts ain't good for the mind. No sleep stirred deep, I ain't closing my eyes. DAZ, keep your head up, you'll be just fine. Seems bad right now, but at the end there is light. I just can't see it, so I'm thinking I'm blind. If there's meant to be light, then I beg for a sign. There's hurt right here, I wouldn't wish upon the worst. Confused with it all, what I'm guessing I'm hurt. Mistakes in the way, yeah, lessons I learned. Not myself right now, so I'm feeling concerned. I'll pay the price even though that I'm broke. I'm not talking about cash or the money that's owed. Plant the seed in the soil, then you reap what you sow. No matter if you're rich with a heart full of gold, you can't control everything, and if you think that you can, you should cancel everything that you made in your plans. The test of a man is when the shit hits the fan. Take a walk in these shoes if you think that you can. I don't know no one and no one knows me, but I know one thing that we all must bleed. It's no matter what I want, it's a matter of need. I'm begging for the sign so the light can see. So that one there called Kinetic Research. It was out in an album, Rich in Faith. It's free download as well on DAZ Music SoundCloud. But again, just showing you an example of kind of how I use rap music to express myself and how I get kind of those thoughts out there and just kind of let things go on a record. And the response I had from that record from loads of people was pretty intense. Like, obviously I'm spitting like how I feel, and at the time when I released it, like, a lot of people got back at me and were like, whoa, I didn't know you were feeling that way. And like other people getting back at me, like just feeling the music, which was kind of a bonus too. And then yeah, a lot of people as well just offering advice and help and things like that, and pointing me in directions. And people as well who were suffering were kind of like, yo, I can relate, and this is kind of what I'm doing and stuff like that. So again, the power of music and writing those lyrics down basically got me to a certain place. So yeah, Kinetic Research is the name of that track. Go check it out. DAZ Music on the SoundCloud. Shout out all the people as well, locked in and loving it right about now. Seeing all the comments coming through, which is great. And yeah, shout out Steve Locke for nominating me in the 16 bar challenge. All the Irish hip hop MCs are basically doing the 16 bar challenge, spitting a couple of bars, which is great to see. And there's been some amazing videos put up so far, so it's dope. But yeah, it was cool. After doing the show last night, I was kind of like checking my phone and seeing Steve, and then at the end of his video going, right, DAZ, step up. And I was like, right, I don't even want to go to bed now. I just want to sit in the studio and write more lyrics down here. It was like, yeah, I feel like I need to do this, you know. So again, just another example of how music captures me and takes me to a good place. And when I was in a dark place, it was like I didn't really want to do anything. I didn't have motivation, I didn't have drive. Like I say, I wasn't sleeping well, eating well, all those bad traits. And I got so low that things had to change. And when they did change slowly, you know, even with, you know, doctor visits and going to check counselors and taking medication and just trying to do things for my well-being as well to make me happy. When it did change, that's when music came into play, and that's why I started to write lyrics and bars like that. But yes, anyway, up next, here's another MC. recently. Just been releasing music coming out of the Belfast area. It's called MC, but just another definition of how an artist from here is using their voice and rap to get their emotions out there and talk about stories. So this one dedicated to his grandfather. It's MC, aka Chad Rooney, if you want to go check him out. Let's get into it. So like I say,
you are now listening
another homegrown
to
artist
DJ TK on the track.
using the expression of rap. Enjoy this MC Chad Rooney right now.
For everything there's always reason, but it's never good. Never turns out as it should. No one ever held you. No single moment of truth. But if you were mine, I looked into those eyes.
Rest in
And
peace.
said,
Well, Grandpa, it's been a while, what's up? Are you looking down at me? Cause I'm always looking up. Life's fucked since you've been gone, whole family's torn apart. I just miss you so much, wish we go back to the start. You were my role model hero, would've fucking died for me. And if I had a bit of pain, then you would cry for me. And now I'm crying, see, and it's constantly the pain I have, fucking won't let be. Those days in your garden, just playing with my toys, and a smile on your face said it all. So full of joy for your boy, my best friend, an unbreakable bond. Now I'm shedding these tears when I listen to the songs that you used to love, used to sing, the joy it would bring. Make you feel like you're still here. I wish that I could bring you back to us, cause that's where you belong. Me, you, and my granny in the kitchen singing silly songs. I felt right, now it's feeling so wrong. You left granny heartbroken as you don't do your soul. I can't cope, took another fall. Hope the pain goes away, it doesn't come back. You'll be alright up there. You got the X in the Mac, remember Ross? Well, he's up there too, sitting round that gold cross with all of you. TJ looking at your pictures, asking who's dad. That's the man behind the goodness, son. He's the fucking reason I'm a good dad. Grandpa, you was God to me. Just wish I could've said goodbye properly. Mom didn't let me go to funeral, didn't get to see you that day. Didn't want me to see my whole world being took away.
cycles and seasons. For everything there's always reason, but it's never good. Never turns out as it should. No one ever held you.
Rest in peace, Pop.
No single moment of truth. But if you were mine, I looked into those eyes and said,
See, I was just a little cold when my grandpa left. Tears on my face while I'm trying to catch a breath. Simply thinking to myself like, who the fuck's next? God's putting me to work, but I ain't passing this test. Me and my grandpa was tight, we was like Bonnie and Clyde. He used to sweep me in his arms and wipe the tears out my eyes. And I was fucking heartbroken when he heard that he died. I wish I could bring him back, but my hands are tied. Yo, God took my best friend. I love you so much, grandpa, I know I'll see you again. And I'll always have your hand, you're still my right hand man. And I can't fucking believe he didn't even get a chance to push my baby in his prime. It was hard for a while seeing granny all alone with no fucking husband to call on her phone. Have you seen your granny crying? I have. My heart's broke. That's when I moved into your house, became the man of the home, and I'm home.
So yeah, there you have it, people. It's called Granda. It's from a local artist called Chad Rooney, aka known as MC. Yeah, this guy's been passing down to the Fifth Element building and got involved in a couple of open mic sessions and things like that. And yeah, just meeting the local Irish hip hop heads. Well, yeah, he dropped me his music. This song really fitting for the show. Of course, we're talking mental health and hip hop. Celebrating NI Mental Health Arts Festival this week. There's been loads of stuff happening on their pages, from drawings and paintings, the sing-alongs, the other live musicians and stuff like that. So hop online and go and support them. NI Mental Health Arts Festival, shout out to you guys. And as well as that, we're supporting Tammy, tackling awareness of mental health issues in Northern Ireland. And last night I talked about why it's kind of close to me. And recently I was approached by Michael Cullen, an amazing beatboxer who sadly took his own life. He was really close with us at Skank FM. He was a personal friend of mine and we worked on many projects. But yeah, his brother approached me, Colin, and Colin was basically like, yo Daz, do you fancy doing a couple of DJ sets talking about this stuff? We do it anyway down at Fifth Element. We're working with mental health and those situations in hip hop. It just felt right. And there's a link there for Just Giving as well. We're trying to raise money, and the money does go towards great projects like Search and Rescue Team and Tammy and other mental health organisations that are helping out here in Northern Ireland, because we really do have a crisis up north and here in Belfast as well, all over the city, all sides of the communities. It's just like suicide is kind of rocketed over here, and we've directly been affected by it. Like a lot of people know people, much like I do, with the loss of Michael, and dealing with those kind of things in your life isn't very easy to get through, and it's been a struggle up to now, to be honest with you. But like I say, one thing I do to keep myself straight is just keep my head down and get on with being creative, writing lyrics, producing beats, music videos, all the rest of it. And that's the beauty of music, I find. It's like I started as a DJ, I then started to rap along with the records, and then I started to write my own stuff. Then it was like how to record my own stuff, and then after that it was like now I'm producing, now I'm recording raps. Then it was like now I'm in studios, now I'm in radio stations. I was DJing in clubs anyway and things like that. But one kind of door opens to the next kind of door in a sense, and that's where music can take you on a really good journey and give your life good focus. And like I say, the accomplishments as well that come with it when you work with the right people, when you do amazing gigs, when you put out amazing projects. It's rewarding and it makes you have a purpose in life basically, and that's the way I feel about music. But yes, totally great to see people expressing themselves on records like Chad did there, aka MC. It's called Granda. I think he's putting out new material. Hopefully we'll get our hands on it, and if it's sounding good we'll spin it. But yes, up next then we've got another artist coming out of Belfast City, goes by the name of Jacko. Last night we played Jacko's tune. It was called Sicko, and again references to mental health issues and stuff like that, and some of the things he's been through in his life. And Jacko hasn't really had it easy. Like, this guy kind of grew up with a disability, and on top of that just suffering, you know, mentally too. I don't know him personally. We've had a chat once or twice, and I see him online and stuff like that. I support his music. And I see his struggle though, and I like his determination with music and the way he uses music to get his feelings out there, and you can really tell it in his records. And he's dropped some sick visuals as well, some dope music videos out there, so go check them out. But yeah, Jacko like just wears his heart on his sleeve and doesn't really care, and I think music to him in a way is kind of like, this is something I can do and no one can tell me how to do it, like whether you like me or not. And that comes through in a lot of his music, and I respect that attitude and that strength of like, look, this is my thing, you can't touch it, and you can have your opinion on it at the end of the day, but so what, I'm still gonna do it. But yeah, the next one, like I say, last night that tune kind of reflected on mental health things and some of the names he would have got called and things like that as well. And this one as well, it's got a real direct message in it too. So yeah, this is called Bully Goat. But yeah, Jacko, more Belfast hip hop right now, and we're doing this for NI Mental Health Arts Festival Week. So big up Jacko being a part of this too with us. His record last night and this record now.
You know the one thing I hate is a bully, so I bully myself.
As soon as that beat drops as well, you just start nodding your head.
The bully, my weights become the strong. My levels are peak high, surprise just crept along. My accessing wasn't planned, in fact, it was a miracle. No, I'm not making that up, I'm not hysterical. I came into this world not knowing that I would be a crazy individual poet I wanna be. An artist born different, not like the rival rappers. So why do you feel the need to just go on blabber? Flapping lips apart like you're a rap critic. You couldn't understand, you're damn right pathetic. All you wanna do is criticize my lyrics in hopes of bringing down the respect I work for. Schoolmates flexing their golden cross the watches. Annoying assholes, you're doing my way noggin. I couldn't care less, mate, I'm not so impressed if you're coochie bags. In fact, I digest and I'm a laughing stock. You're right, full of the class, rather be a laughing stock than an edgy ass team. Your anxiety levels must be up to the ceiling, cause that's where you'll be heading. Life isn't not breathing. I can't believe I was a victim to your fucking Nazi system. Trampled over like a Jew, had me in a concentration camp condition. No escaping the position I was in, all because I walked with a leg shorter than the other. 7 years later I ascended to the high life. Tar block, tall heights, overlooking golf courses, crazy fucking mad sights. It's better than staying on the bird's roof, sipping sound cozied up, snug tight. I've got nothing else to lose but to look forward to a career only those dreaming some wish but never come true. I must have wished really hard to become who I am today, to have a cripple, the bully coat.
Eastside motherfuckers!
Have you ever woke up in the morning without a place to
So yeah, that was Jacko, Bully Goat. Like I was saying before, Jacko just kind of using his music as a real form of expression. He's suffered some mad things in his life, and yeah, like I say, he uses his music as in like, this is my thing, you can't touch it, I'm gonna say what I like, I'm gonna do what I like, and I respect his hustle. Like, you know, he's been hitting us with demos for years at Skank FM, and you know, at the start it was like, yeah, I can see some real potential here, but over the past couple of years things just getting tighter and tighter because he's again focusing in on his craft, and it's an amazing journey just to watch and see that improvement. So much so where, you know, we feel the need to support his records, especially on shows like this, because, you know, MCs and stuff like that get at me online and they say hurtful and nasty things, and you learn to deal with it as time goes on. You're just kind of like, well, the way I picture it basically is, if you've got music, you're releasing it out there for people to cast their opinions on. So you're putting yourself in a very vulnerable situation, especially if you can't take it when people criticize you. So as an MC or as any music artist, it's like you're putting music out there basically for someone to cast their opinion on it. You need to be aware of that, you know, and at the end of the day, it's like, you're far better just taking it on the chin and getting on with it, to be honest with you, and going making your music. It's like, people are entitled to their opinions. Loads of people hate my music, they hate me as a person, and I'm like, that's cool, like, that's your opinion, you're entitled to that. If you don't dig it, then just don't listen to it, and I'm just gonna make it anyway because this is what I do and this is why I like doing it. Like, anyone saying anything negative, it's not going to stop me or put me down. It's just like, well, that's your opinion, you're entitled to it, but my opinion is, I think the opposite, so I'm going to do the opposite because I am me at the end of the day. So I see that in Jacko's records, like I said, and that's why I wanted to spin that. And again, it's like true expression, what he's going through, the stuff he has to put up with, and we've seen that on his record last night as well, Sicko. So go check out his music videos, they're looking great, and support the dude's music like we are at Skank FM. Yeah, Fifth Element will hopefully get him down soon as well for a chat too. So anyway, this beat in the background is again produced by another local DJ and producer, a good guy, goes by the name of O1, and we've worked closely together over the past load of years, releasing, well, several albums now at this stage. But yeah, O1 is one of those guys that I hook up with and DJ and learn new skills from and stuff like that. And again, it's just another aspect of music that takes my mind elsewhere into a totally different section. If I'm not writing lyrics or I don't feel like writing lyrics, I'm on the turntables trying to learn new scratches. And again, it's like there's a whole different social scene there with scratch DJs and stuff like that. And again, just learning production things off 01 over the years and stuff. So, I mean, it's been an amazing journey with music for me personally, and it's kept me out of a lot of trouble and a lot of harm's way at some stages in my life. But let's see what we can fire on next. Yes, here's another artist that we played last night. Absolutely amazing stuff. This is Dirty DAZ, again, coming out of Belfast. This dude's been through a lot in his life as well, and constantly got hills and hurdles to climb and constantly getting over them. Really comes through in his music, not afraid to hold back, talks about mad situations that, you know, in his environment and social deprivation and relationships and things like suicide, anxiety and depression, and just such an open and amazing person. I really got a lot of love for Devs, and I've worked with him closely in the Skank FM studio, and we've recently just finished a track with Skeet. Both of us are featuring on Skeet's record, so it's been cool getting to know Devs. He's done Skank FM booth sessions, Skank FM interviews, and yeah, he's been down a few times to the Fifth Element building and hung out in the studio and stuff like that. But this is a real prime example of speaking about these mental health issues on a record, and it's deep as well. So I've got a lot of respect for Devs, and again, just another artist that I listen to locally and go, that's mad. Like, I can really relate to a lot of his situations, and it brings me into his music a bit more. And you know, as a result, I find like a newfound respect for him and listening to what he actually goes through on his records, because he is really real whenever he writes. So check it out. It's called The Story of a Girl. It's Dirty Devs representing Belfast hip hop in this one.
He said there is a reason, said the time it always heal. Fuck your time of reason, this is how I fucking feel. Anxiety, negative beliefs, I got low self-esteem, being doing this for years. All my blood, sweat and my tears, I'm devastated, reminiscing over the loss of all my peers. Now they resting in peace, outside the stratosphere. I guess it's clear that they conquered those fears. It's we Joe, also known as Dirty Devs, fighting these demons living up inside my head. So I lifted this pen to pour this out from my chest, and I confess with my last breath I'll express distress through this lyrical flow till there's no air up in my lungs left. I see this game will never change. Mom and dad, they be living in vain. They stressed and strength, our role model taken at a very early stage. Why'd you take a little girl at such a young age? These are just my memories, so fond and true. The story of a little girl that you never knew. So take my hand and come with me and I will lead you through. It's just a story of a little girl you never knew. These just my memories, so fond and true. The story of a little girl that you never knew. So take my hand and come with me and I will lead you through. It's just the story of a little girl you never knew. I infiltrate this fear, meditate with this rage. I hesitate to keep my faith until you say to contemplate. But seeing her in pain, I'm ashamed to complain. All her friends had their sunny days. She was living in the stormy rain. So strong she remained, stirring through the world like the window pane lights again. She trying to reach into the next level with a chance of a life that's unacceptable. She never got that right. I guess she followed the light that she was given her wings, then took flight. Her soul drifted off into the nights. Her stars shine so bright. She lightens up the sky, and at the same time she lightens up my mind. I was just a child, grew up young, dumb and wild. When daddy died, I was lost my pride. Only from my mother, together these struggles we to fade. We conquered every hurdle, but I know that she's depraved. These are just my memories, so fond and true. The story of a little girl that you never knew. So take my hand and come with me and I will lead you through. It's just the story of a little girl you never knew. These just my memories, so fond and true. The story of a little girl that you never knew. So take my hand and come with me and I will lead you through. It's just the story of a little girl you never knew.
So there you have it, Dirty Devs representing Belfast with his hip-hop. I was talking just before how he really just lays it down and doesn't hold back on his records. I really love it. The dude definitely uses music as a therapy, there's no doubt about that. And yeah, give us a beat to talk over. But yeah, Dirty Devs, like I say, definitely one of those artists you could really just tell he lets his soul out on his lyrics and on his tracks, and really cool dude to work with, and really been through a lot in his life, like we were talking about Jacko as well. And you know, it's cool just to see these guys using their records as a source of expression and escapism. And again, just like that achievement of releasing those records and people acknowledging it and relating and all the rest to it. So, you know, music is a powerful tool. And if you are suffering with, you know, any aspect of anxiety, depression, you know, suicidal thoughts, self-harm, things like that, it's like stuff can be done about it, and there's people to help you out. I've been, you know, through the stages of seeing doctors and taking medication for anxiety and depression. Going to counseling sessions, things like that, really trying to take steps, like very reluctantly at the start. Like I thought, you know, I should be a man and I should be able to handle this, but when it got really low, I needed help, professional help. But that professional help isn't always accessible, and it always isn't like immediate. So if you do need immediate help, there's all sorts of great groups, like Samaritans and all the rest of it and things like that. A Lifeline as well, another great group who you can phone and talk to and just get stuff off your chest. And I've took those steps myself, and you know, done things like that in the past. And I know you know, friends as well who've worked for organizations like that, and you know, they're really trained people that can help you there and then. And if you're still not finding things work, then that's why we've set up projects like Fifth Element. It's somewhere you can walk into, full of weirdos like myself who are, like I say, full of weirdos like myself who are basically, you know, have been through struggles and pains in their life, and everything's not really perfect in life. And this is something that I talked about last night in the old Skank FM studios. How like we were there just to make music, and I was there to escape from stuff, but I was there on a social aspect as well, which was really helping. But like naturally, people were coming in with all sorts of stresses of life, and we've seen that, you know, these people were using music as their own therapy and their own escapism and stuff like that. And that's when we started to work with cross-community groups and youth groups and things like that, using music to try and get them motivated and get them active and give them focus and give them that sense of achievement and things like. So it's really cool, you know, like I say, if those professional steps aren't helping, like doctors, counseling, medication, and the medication's tough, like I've been on it. Like I say, I was reluctant to get on it, and at first it made me feel worse, but after that I started to slowly get better. And I started to sort of numb my emotions, which was weird and a strange feeling, but it meant I wasn't getting emotional about like things I really shouldn't have got emotional about, in a sense. And I wasn't thinking as extreme as what I was, you know, before. It was like the medication just kind of slowly soothed things out over the period of like a year, basically. So I stuck at it and went through it. And then coming off the medication, it was like I did it in steps, slowly took myself off it when I started to feel like the time was right. But all those professional steps are there, and if they're not working, like I say, there's projects like Fifth Element where we do panels. We have people like myself and Leslie Ann and David, a breakdancer in the past, who have stood up and who have basically talked about their experiences with, you know, losing people and depression and stuff like that, and they've talked like openly to crowds and said, you know, this is what I went through and stuff. And it's been really beneficial within the community there, and it allows people to come down and open up and feel accepted to a certain degree. And as well as that, we've got plenty of things to kind of focus on for a better mental health too, especially things like breakdancing, because I talked again last night how serious they take it and how they're strict with their regimes and training and exercise and physical strength, and as a result of that then they're eating healthier and they've got a focus there that's really kind of healthy for their lifestyles. And I see it and it makes me want to get into a bit of breakdancing. I have tried once or twice in a music video, but it hasn't worked out. But anyway, there's aspects like that, and again the art side of it down at Fifth Element, with so many artists giving us paintings and canvases and collages, and all the graffiti artists coming through and how they're hanging out in the building and they're getting their paints and how they're discussing different techniques and different styles and just also hanging out and talking life. So you know, there's another social aspect. And then with the studio, you've got MCs, producers, radio shows going on. Again, more people. And you'd be surprised how many of these people pass through the door and go, today I'm feeling low and this, that and the other, and I just want to come here and kick it and take my mind elsewhere and, you know, use this place for me just to get things off my chest. And we try and help those people get involved in workshops and get involved in going to events and, you know, falling into certain social sort of circles where people have got similar mind frames and things like that. So it really is beneficial.
Okay, this is Colin, this is freestyle.
We're going to save that one for later. Anyway, up next, it's time for more music. We played Dirty DAZ, and another artist that we gave recognition to last night with his music is Skeet. Skeet works really closely with Dirty DAZ and Dame Music. Like I was saying, me and Dev's featuring Skeet's new album that's coming soon. Just an amazing person, Skeet, with shooting visuals for so many other artists and supporting Irish hip-hop with his photography and stuff like that too. But then he's an amazing producer and songwriter. And again, he released an album, Chapter 1. It was really inspirational to hear it when I first heard it, and physical copies and all the rest of it. But whenever I first heard it, again, just another artist I could really relate to coming out of Belfast, who kind of sees the social struggles that we all see, and who also goes through some mad stuff in his life too. And again, just uses music as an expression and puts it down in the track. So we played Skeet and Dirty DAZ last night. They're getting played again tonight. 2 completely different tracks. Go check out last night's show and you'll see again, like Jacko, his other track, and these 2 artists, their other track, you'll see their styles, and hopefully you follow all their music and stuff like that. So anyway, it's called Nothing Ever Feels the Same. It's Skeet representing Belfast. Let's get into it.
It's hard to speak, it's hard to breathe, it's hard to leave just like a branch stuck to a tree. Yeah, same old every week. I'm feeling weak like every week. I'm sinking deep from thinking deep. Summer days is just a dream. Summer nights we used to lean and trying to move forward, but instead of moving back. So hard to break the cycle and stress to the max. I can't relax, I can't talk, I can't walk. My legs have gone to fit the wall. This is what I'm feeling like. Nothing ever feels the same, except I heard it feel the same. I love to listen to the rain. I know you feel the same too. Nothing ever feels the same, except I heard it feel the same. I love to listen to the rain. I know you feel the same too. I know you feel the same too. Back the excuses, just abusive. Killing every beat, still feeling useless. No days off, I'm still producing. Killing every song, that's nothing new shit, nah. Yeah, came to the game and bang. I go one night with a bang. I go one night with a bang. I go one night with a gang. Draining my worries and drink. Down on my worries, can't think. Allowing my worries to sink. The opposite happens a bang. Collapse with a pop to the brain. It's happened again and again and again. Just hop on a plane and take me to Spain. Hop in a car and drive me insane. Hop on a spaceship and take me to Mars. This is what I'm feeling like. Nothing ever feels the same, except I heard it feels the same. I love to listen to the rain. I know you feel the same too. Nothing ever feels the same, except I heard it feels the same. I love to listen to the rain. I know you feel the same too. I know you feel the same too.
So there you have it, people, representing NI Mental Health Arts Festival this week and showing our love to Tammy, tackling awareness of mental health issues in Northern Ireland and further afield. There is a Just Giving link on the comment section. If you have time, please donate. It goes to great causes. Right now we're playing music that's based around mental health and Irish hip hop, and we've had demonstrations of how local artists are using their music really to get their voice out there and express themselves and all the rest of it. I explained earlier on how basically, well, the use of music for me is kind of one of those things that, you know, I find it hard at times to talk to people, but I could always sit there and write my own lyrics and do it in my own time, in my own space, so it was really helpful that way. But yes, I gave you demonstrations of some of my records last night. You can watch the show back. We've had some demonstrations tonight of some more lyrics from myself, from Jacko, Dirty Dev, Skeet. So it's been dope. And as well as that, we've still got more artists to come. Up next though, kind of want to talk about, you know, music as well, and like how things change within the industry and people you roll with, and how, you know, it's a very cutthroat industry basically. We've already discussed topics like, you know, putting your music out there for people to cast their opinions on, and be able to, you know, take criticism to a certain degree, and learn to turn your back and ignore negative comments and push on with your art form. And be true to yourself is the main thing, and be yourself and push on with whatever makes you happy within your music and within your craft, whether it's breakdancing, graffiti, etc. It's like, ultimately, you've got to do what makes you happy, and know that you have a strong mind to do so, and you've got support as well to do so. So yeah, it's about, like, you know, putting your music to the right people and allowing yourself to be open to criticism and accept that criticism, but try not let it affect you basically. And like I say, circles that you roll in and people you work with within the industry, you'll get a lot of people who try to use you and abuse you. You know, for me, the producer is like someone who isn't really like shown enough love to a certain degree. Like, us rappers need producers to get on a track at the end of the day, but sometimes the producer doesn't really get enough credit. And you know, there's certain things within the industry, the way things roll, and people, like I say, trying to manipulate their position to maybe get ahead of themselves and stuff like that. It can be quite cutthroat, and that can affect you mentally within the industry. So these subjects that I'm talking about, it's like being able to handle them as well to a certain degree when you're producing music and you're putting yourself out there. Like, I can't tell you how many times I put demos out to labels and put demos out the radio station and just other musicians that I want to work with and all the rest of it, and had replies. It's like, nah, not really feeling that whatsoever, and no, I wouldn't work with you and things like that. But then you keep pushing and perceiving and getting better at your art and your craft, and before you know it, you work with some amazing people if you do perfect your craft and work hard enough. And that's where a real rewarding sense can come in. So if you're in this music industry to make music for yourself and your self-happiness, certainly if you're in it to make music and you want to propel with it, there's a lot that you have to consider and take on. I do a bit of both really. Like, first and foremost, I make music for myself and my own happiness and my own therapy, like I've explained, but I do find it a bonus when other people like it, and I'm really grateful for those people liking it too. So we've been going through tracks as well, talking about depression and stuff like that, but there was a sense of change in my life whenever I went through it and I was coming out the other side. I came out the other side of depression and anxiety looking at life like in a totally different way, and I became cautious of the people I surrounded myself with and people I worked with musically, and I became cautious of who I was going to let into my life basically, because I started to realize life is too short. And whenever I started to lose a lot of people, and especially through losing Cole through suicide, it's like life is too short. And that's why when I came out the other side of depression and anxiety, I really had to push myself to make bigger and better things happen, and it gave me a new respect for life. And with that new respect for life, it was almost like I say, I had to cut certain people out of my life and focus what was important, and family, friends, things like that, they were certainly important. So that's what I really focused on, and just worked hard on that as well, you know, building those relationships and being a bit more open with my family and with my girlfriend Rose and Lola and stuff like that as well. And yeah, just trying to really open up and just letting people know where I'm at. And as well as that, I talked about last night how those people really wanted to help me as well, how they would feel good themselves if I allowed them, you know, to help me. So it was a cool process, but at the same time, like, just kind of being a man and wanting to achieve everything yourself and handle everything yourself, that's where it can get a bit sticky. But yeah, like I say, things changed in my life, and there's a couple of tracks up next just kind of remind me of that time period where, you know, certain people who weren't really a great influence in my life just needed to essentially go. And at the end of the day, it was hard, you know, going through a bit of drama and all the rest of it, but at the end of the day, it was for the better. So I just want to play a couple of tracks reminding me of that, just losing certain people, and also just kind of focusing on what's important and who's important in my life, and who were going to be the ones that were going to support me, like, properly as a person and as a human, but also who were the ones who were going to actually support me musically too, and who are the ones I wanted to work with, and who are the ones that, you know, I maybe seen them, you know, trying to use me in a way, basically. So these tracks up next, there's one from Chef Boy D, and as well as that we've got one from Steve Locke. So Nothing Never Feels the Same, we just had that from Skeet. This one from Chef Boy D is called Heart and Mind. And yeah, this is an artist that I've recently got my hands on, all his music, and I've been spinning it on Sunday nights. So check him out, sounding sick on a record. Here it goes. Like I said, it's called Heart and Mind. Chef Boy D, right now.
Heart and mind, like it hard sometimes as it was. Nah, heart and mind, I'm just trying to feel the buzz, so I fill a cup. Ever since my cause that I never given up. Can you see it from my position of being a love spitting? Hip hop is all I know, and I've studied all of these rhythms. I turn on the track, it's giving me apparitions of me in a mission, and I like it. I'm at the end of the road, some friends had to go. Some of them are fake and pretend that they know, but they can't see past their nose or relate to another. So I'm laughing cause way back used to call you my brother. Wipe the dust off my shoulder like a chimney sweeper. What's trust when all your enemies are grim, the reapers? Swim, I'll teach you in water, shark and fast. That I've got more of a life now than I was hardly blessed with. I'm taking my time like I'm baking the pack, spitting wisdom over beats, making a rhyme. A lot of these rappers are so fake with their lines, so they kick a few lies and hope they maybe get signed. But I can see through all of that, see their lives don't match the facts, with no scars or gash about the times they rap. Fuck that, I'm just being myself, got no reason to brag about being nothing else but my heart and mind. Like it hard sometimes as it was. Nah, heart and mind, I'm just trying to feel the buzz, so I fill a cup. Ever since my cause that I never given up. Can you see it from my position of being a love spitting? Hip hop is all I know, and I've studied all of these rhythms. I turn on the track, it's giving me apparitions of me in a mission, and I like it. Cause I know what I've done, know what I'm capable of. They're just acting superheroes, but really the cape is off. One love to anybody who can feel what I said. I did more than hope and pray to get free from rainy days. It's like I lost everything and got loads more back. When you let go of what you love, you realize it's what you lack. These days I keep a strong moral code. Every thought is a chance to capture what's been lost along the road. I was gone for a moment, but now I'm back on track. Derailed train, he near went insane, but now I see it clear. All the delusion in my head, confusion only led to you bruising in the mail. So up and away I go, intercepting with introspection. Only say what I know. If you take from every situation and you learn from it, when you put a lot together, that does knowledge. With my heart and mind, like it hard sometimes as it was. Nah, hard and mind, I'm just trying to feel the buzz, so I fill a cup. Ever since my cause that I never given up. Can you see it from my position of being a love spitting? Hip hop is all I know, and I've studied all of these rhythms. I turn on the track, it's giving me apparitions of me in a mission, and I like it.
Just laughing here at Lola and Rose, aka Brittany and Becky. They're in the living room telling me to smile and be happy. That was Chef Boy D on that record there. It's called Heart and Mind. Like I was saying, it was one of those records that really kind of put me in perspective of like the stuff I was going through at the time, and how there was loads of things that I was going through, and I was just kind of like coming out the other side of depression, looking at life in a different way, and really just focusing on what things were really important to me in my life and why they were important to me in my life. Here's another record that just kind of highlighted that change and that different direction that it was going. This one here from Steve Locke, and it's called Come to an End. And again, it's just about kind of friendships coming to an end and moving on and staying strong, keeping focused, and the annoyance of it as well. So just more Belfast hip-hop I can really relate to. Let's get into it.
Now let it all come to an end. Lie to yourself thinking that you're running with friends. I can't see what I say, but I say what I see. These past memories that have been laid in front of me, poof, gone. Can't remember fuck all, but I do know that you're probably on the same road that I'm stuck on. Pulling every leaf off this clover so my luck's gone. Expression on the face makes others ask him what's wrong, but he laughs with enchantment. Runs through doors, chewing glass like a clampet. But death is life act and let the rest think twice. And never hate who you are, that's the best advice. And if you hold back, then you're holding forever. You won't ever reach that ocean cause you're scared to leave the river. Intoxications overtook your routine, and these scenes have been changing recently. I'm arranging for a piece of me to remain with some decency. At least that way I can feel a little bit free. Supposedly, but I've been led to believe that all of a sudden everything is harder to achieve. Fuck off. Mate, this is mental. Rough terrain has no place for gentle. Forget about it cause these people lie and pretend. Let it all come to an end, and then let it all come to an end. Lie to yourself thinking that you're running with friends. Let it all come to an end, and then just let it.
That's right, people. Just realization on this track with Steve Locke.
Lie to yourself thinking that you're
some more of that Belfast hip hop.
Let it all come to an end. Just let it all come to an end. Let it all come to an end. Lie to yourself thinking that you're running with friends. Let it all come.
So here we have MC Lola, Young Gun. She wants to say something to the people. What are you going to say?
I want everyone to stay safe and keep locked into YouTube on DAZ DJing.
Legend. You want to give a shout out to anyone? You sure? Not even your friends?
I want to shout out to John.
Oh, John's locked in, isn't he? Shout out to John. There you are, from Young Lola, be the MC and the place to be, 1, 2, 3. But yeah, we just had Steve Locke there, some of that Belfast hip hop representing, come to an end. We had Chef Boy D before that as well. I was talking about how those tracks, just kind of really listening to them, brought me back to a period in my life where, coming out the other end of depression, I was kind of like looking at life in a different perspective, and the people around me, and the ones that had to go, and the ones that certainly had to stay, and I had to show more love towards my family and close friends, and just kind of get rid of some baggage to move on in the right direction. So it's all part of the process, peeps.
Maybe.
Up next, I've got a record here from another Belfast rap artist, goes by the name of Sketch 9. We go way back. I remember Sketch 9 first coming on to one of my radio shows on Feel FM over in West Belfast. This must have been about 12 years ago, maybe more. But yeah, Sketch was a young MC, one of the first ones came in and really started spitting with his own accent on my radio show and talking about the black taxis on up the Falls Road and things like that. And shout out to Fitzy and Visuals as well. I see Fitzy dropped an absolute fire YouTube video there, just spitting a couple of bars in the car. It was absolutely dope. But yeah, these boys came through, Feel FM, all the rest of it. Sketch was spitting. Again, another one of those artists I could really relate to. And I really like this song. It's just having that realistic approach to music and what he wants. And also some kind of doubts on his mind too within this record about music and kind of what he wants from it. And as MCs, we all kind of feel this to a certain degree, but it's called realistic, and the way he's looking at the realistic side of music is really impressive on this record. Earlier on, I talked about, you know, being able to take that criticism. When you put your music out there, people are going to cast their opinions on it. So it's about, you know, being able to take a certain amount of feedback that might not necessarily be great, but as well as that, it's also good just to keep that mind frame, like some of those artists who spun earlier on, of like, people are entitled to their opinions, but at the end of the day, if you love music and you want to make it, just do it, and don't let anyone tell you any different. Make it for your self-happiness and your self-well-being. But yeah, here it is. Realistic approach, realistic outlook to music and the industry, taking it way back from his album Darwin. It's Sketch 9 with Realistic.
Alright. Shit, let's do this one wrong and shit. Do it all in one take, nothing fancy, anything to get out.
My hopes and dreams are realistic, cause I'm not risking shit. Too insecure, immature and indifferent. Don't need a lot, I'm only searching for a little bit, just to satisfy me and reassure my diligence. Who am I kidding with this bullshit existence? I want it all, I'm just afraid of never getting it. I'm imminent in my brain, can't stop the thought, flow dissonant. So when rap, I'm a dissident, I'm realistic. If I aim high, it's 3 times longer there than it is back. So I aim low, and maybe get more than I'm dreaming of. Maybe then I can have an eager thought. It ain't easy being this pessimistic. People try to gas me up, I tend not to listen. I don't want to get my hopes up, just to get shot back down as usual is what I'm used to. I'm realistic. I'm realistic. I'm realistic. I don't need much, just enough to get me by when it seems rough. Maybe enough to buy some tea, eat something, have a drink, pick up a bag of sweet green stuff. See, I'm not fussy, I just need something, need to feel loving, hit at least someone to relate to. Maybe a song can make me feel good. Shit, I wish I was strong and didn't need to. But see, most of these broads are so see-through. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I really feel I need you. Here, so take a drink. Here to the problems. Let it sink down to the bottom of your soul. I can't handle it, I'm cold. Standing froze outside, down there in alone. My mind is lost, I contemplate my goals. Can't concentrate cause I can't manage it alone. I'm realistic. I'm realistic. I'm realistic, real persistent. Can't close my eyes cause I can't afford to miss shit. The times are hard, gotta know what's around you. Search deep enough and what you find will surely drown you. I scream loud from the soundproof room and lay my thoughts down to surround you too. They say I shouldn't tell you what I'm about to, but I'm 22, I'm a man, I'm allowed to. So listen close, take notes and check. Your thoughts are a vessel, your hopes you fill. So look deep, pick a path and walk, and never look back at the path you're on, you know. That's something you don't condone, it causes problems and that's gonna slow your growth. So pay attention, hope you don't miss it. I know you're real, mate, but stay realistic. I'm realistic. I can come here.
So yeah, big up Sketch 9 on that record, Realistic, taken from his album Darwin. It was an absolute smasher back in the day and still is. It's a classic, bit of a Belfast classic, so we'll play that in the regular. But yes, shout out all them boys, Melted Music, DAZ from back in the day, DJing at Skank FM, used to come to the radio shows and stuff like that. Fitzy, Visuals, Greener, all them boys, and of course Sketch 9, absolute legends. But yes, we're just going to take a minute basically and shout out a few people. Needs to be done at the end of the day because I've got all sorts of people hooking me up on social medias and then people through the messenger and stuff like that. So shout out Chris Cole, absolute legendary Belfast DJ. We've done loads of gigs together over the past load of years, but I see Chris is locked on and it's good to have you locked on, bro. Yeah, who else have we got? Let's see all the usual people are there, all the Irish hip-hop artists, which is great to see, and thanks for supporting the show once again. Shout out Relsco Sauce, we're going to be playing one of his records in just a bit. It's called 6 Speed, and again relates to kind of depression and tough going sort of topics in his music, and that's why we're going to spin it tonight in aid with this NI Mental Health Arts Festival week and Tommy. Shout out Arcane Soaks, shout out Cronus, dope producer and MC with Wicked Android, Moondoggy's Clothing, of course Rose and Lola. I hope you enjoyed Lola's little cameo coming in. She wanted to say hello to the people, so had to be done. Shout out John Kerr as well, Jacko, who played his music earlier on. Shout out all the people from earlier on locked in too. The likes of Rusty. We've got who else? We've got Conway, Multimedia, aka Mr. John Kerr himself, locked in. It's all happening right about now on DAZ Belfast YouTube peeps. But it's been really cool last night, just touching on some subjects based around mental health. Tonight we've kind of given it a different twist as well. Make sure and go check out last night's show and get a good idea of some of the topics we touched on, and some amazing tunes as well from local artists that we gave a spin to last night. And they played, we played some amazing tracks with some real raw emotion, and again, just trying to highlight the fact of how a lot of people within this island are kind of using music as an expression, and they're touching on real stuff that we need to take serious, like suicide rates, mental health and care for it, and protection and things like that. So yeah, big up all those artists and big up all the people locked in. Still got loads of other ones. Clayton Games, shout out, what's happening? It's mad amounts of text going on here. I'm just looking through it all as well. It's great to see you all talking online there and stuff like that. Shout out all the Facebookers, Instagrammers and stuff like that. We've talked about Fifth Element too. Just some of the work we're doing down there with youth projects and mental health workshops and all sorts of stuff, and loads of different directions people can get involved in the 4 elements of hip-hop, whether it's the art gallery on the bottom floor with loads of graffiti and loads of pictures and photography and loads of paintings and things like that. And then on the second floor there's the breakdancer spot where they're doing mad amount of training and events and battles, and it's really great to see the b-boys on that floor. And then, like I say, Skank FM up in the top floor at the Fifth Element building. Got the recording studio, making music videos, doing radio shows, hosting events alongside Elixir and Moondoggy's Clothing, and the list goes on. So shout out all the people involved there at Fifth Element, and we got much love for you. Again, that beat playing in the background there from DJ 01, local Belfast DJ, scratch legend. I've got a lyric, what is it? If you know, probably you think you know a better you think you know a better DJ, you probably don't. Yeah. 01 taking it back in that one. We haven't released any music in a hot minute, but that one from the Underdogs project, you can check it out in DAZ Music. So let's continue on. Up next I've got another Belfast rap artist, goes by the name of Dan McGill. This is called Far From Home. Dan's another one of those artists that straight away you can relate to his lyrics and the social deprivation that he talks about, his upbringing, which you're going to hear on this record, some of the struggles he went through, some of the anxiety that he was facing and the hills that he had to climb and get over. But yeah, Dan's just so truthful with his lyrics and always made dope material. And hopefully we'll hear more new material from Dan McGill. Like, it's been a while, and I know he's been travelling around like Australia and setting up life there. But it's always good whenever he touches back down in Belfast for events. We had him at the Skank FM studio doing an interview. You can listen back to that one on DAZ Music SoundCloud. But yes, Dan McGill, you're going to hear his heart just getting poured out in this record, and that's why it's so important to play this record as part of this NI Mental Health Arts Festival. So yes, shout out to those dudes, and shout out to Tommy, all the Fifth Element crew, all the Skank FM crew, Moondoggies, Northern Souls crew, Elixir. We're all doing great works down there, and we hope you come and get involved too. So here it is, Dan McGill. It's called Far From Home, more Belfast hip hop.
Like the river runs, so will we. Far from home, far from home. Like the river runs, so will we. Far from home, far from home. Yeah.
Now growing up wasn't smooth, no whip was far from it. It was hard, but our cupboards had food for our stomachs, and our mother struggled cause it wasn't always a lot. Scraping a couple of meals together with all that we got. No bullshit in our lives at times, wishing to die. Shit as a child, listening to mummy sitting just crying. Why? Cause she got a house to heat and a lot of mouths to feed. Always harder whenever the daddy's not about, you see. It weighed heavily, affecting me mentally. Seeing any family that seemed to be living so happily. Wishing it was different, wishing it was a rich kid. No hostels to live in and never getting evicted. 6 tummies to be fed by a welfare check. Nothing left whenever they tried to collect our debt. Hurled up in my room, I don't really wanna play. Singing PNP and go away, don't come back another day.
So will we, far from home, far from home, like the river runs. So will we, far from home, far from home.
Mummy mad a new mom, but I'm wishing he was gone cause it's wrong and they just ain't getting along. A lot of nights they were hard too, turning up my cartoons. They didn't wanna be listening and fighting and arguing. Nobody's getting asleep, somebody's getting the police plates always getting smashed like we were living in Greece. I'm getting my coat and I'm hitting the road. I'm just a little kid, I know, so tell me where would it go? And was I a cool child? No, I do doubt this. Like the bird only ever having 2 outfits. A little youth ridiculed, mocking the streets for the busted pair of shoes that I got on my feet. Always fighting in the house, always fighting when I'm out. Now pain is all I ever seem to be writing about. Mommy crying again, and I wonder what is wrong today. Right, there's another baby on the way.
So will we, far from home, far from home, like the river runs. So will we, far from home, far from home.
Mommy is a mess, but of course no she don't say. Evident she's stressed, but she act like she's okay. So we hate emotions, pale up but not show them. We smell in the open inside, not coping. Have you got a tissue? The top's gonna pop on these bottled up issues. From vodka and fizzy juice, we all could've died and went. Wish we would've tried to vent. Why couldn't I prevent all the suicide attempts? Feeling God's never listening, even though we pray. Issues are terminal, cause they never go away. The ache that we share, it can make us despair. And the only promise that I can make is a curve. And I'm proud of us and everything that we've overcome. Proud of my sisters for raising daughters and sons. And then me constantly, it's true I do doubt, but I'm certain what I wanna do is help you all out.
So will we, far from home, far from home, like the river runs. So will we, far from home, far from home. So will we, far from home, far from home, like the river runs. So will we,
So yeah, there you have it again, just more use of the art of rap, more Belfast rap artists expressing themselves over a record. That was Dan McGill, Far From Home, talking about his upbringing as a kid and how it was tough, and some of the social issues that he had to go through, and some of the issues within his family and stuff like that. Not easy stuff to talk about, but at the end of the day, it's been beneficial in terms of like the way he released that record and people listen to it, much like I talked about some of my records where I really put my thoughts and really put my emotions on a record. People relate to it, they delve into it, they support you as a person, and again, they follow your music because they can relate. So it's been beneficial to Dan, and like big fan of Dan McGill and what he's always done in Belfast, and yeah, it's been epic just playing his music over the past load of years on Skank FM, and hopefully Dan will come back with more music pretty soon. So up next then, another recording artist that hasn't really been doing it too long, like just, you know, near about 2 years as far as I understand, and someone I've really got to know over the past while, goes by the name of Roscoe Sauce. He's been coming down to Skank FM and Fifth Element, and coming into our studio, and I've been helping him make a new album at the minute. He just released a single called Spring in Beijing, and we supported that. I was happy to have a hand in recording it and producing it for him. But yes, Roscoe, the Sauce, certainly got his own struggles in life as well. And yeah, like, you hear it on this record. The music video is sick for it. I think Skeet helped out with the visuals for that one, but it looks absolutely amazing. And Roscoe really perfecting his craft, and again just using the source of music to express himself, his emotions, his feelings, what he's going through in life, and talking like with a real honest opinion about it. And that's what I really love about his music, and that's why I've really enjoyed working with him at the studio. So this one is called 6 Speed. There's a music video, like I say, please go check that. Follow Roscoe Sauce. Hopefully when lockdown's over, we'll be straight back in the lab with him and all the other crew, recording their raps and their projects and music videos and all the rest of it and things like that. So yeah, enjoy this one, Roscoe Sauce. Shout out yourself, 6 Speed. And by the way, I really enjoyed Roscoe Sauce 16 bar challenge on the Irish hip hop page too. So let's get into it. It's a dope tune, it's got a real groove to it as well, but I want you to listen to the lyrics, especially in the first verse here. More Irish hip hop, DAZ Belfast 22, let's go.
So I've been through some darkness, left me weak, couldn't sleep, made me heartless. Wouldn't speak, bite my cheek, need the harness. Change my technique, didn't get it off the carpet. I'm an artist with all of the problems. You call them demons, but I call them goblins. Cause they eat on my inside and noggin, and that's why I'm keeping on all kinds of falling. I'm a wrongin' with selfish intentions. I'm sick of falling for messy obsessions. Tread with caution till I hit pension. Whiskey and weed help me fight the depression. Test myself, started writing my words down. Blessed and felt, start to feel like my nerve fine. Speak clear so we hear how my verb sound. That was so near to 6 down in the dirt grind. Somebody give me the strength cause I can't find it. My life is full of regrets but I keep grinding. Try to move forward cause there is no winding. No going back, nah, no more reclining. Not enough time left here to fix me. A lucky fucker if I ever hit 60. So I drive for my goals like a 6-speed. Fueled by the fire of my soul and a split seed. Somebody give me the strength cause I can't find it. My life is full of regrets but I keep grinding. Try to move forward cause there is no winding. No going back, nah, no more reclining. Not enough time left here to fix me. A lucky fucker if I ever hit 60. So I drive for my goals like a 6-speed. Fueled by the fire of my soul and a split seed. Set fire to the spliff tree. Got me rewired, scrubbing up my history. Now I'm wired up, coming from auxiliary. Yeah, life's a mystery. So I'll give my 2 cents just to say that I did it. And live no regrets, I just get up and get it. Do it for myself, I don't do this for credit. And I can't dream of wealth, I'd be dead before I spent it. You only get one lap around the course, so I'm running tracks like a Nike Air Force. I ain't cracking, I'll fight like a Norse. With a mic as a sword and these forces a torch. I fell on all fours from my past mistakes. Strength I get from pen and rhymes that took me through the gates. Praying that it takes me from an average to a great. And I hope it don't break me, I'm a maverick in a state, yeah. Follow hard and say fuck what the web say. Life can be dark and can end in a segue. Make your mark on the world for your end and keep your wit sharp, yeah, that's word from the sensei. Somebody give me the strength cause I can't find it. My life is full of regrets but I keep grinding. Try to move forward cause there is no winding. No going back, nah, no more reclining. Not enough time left here to fix me. A lucky fucker if I ever hit 60. So I drive for my goals like a 6-speed. Fueled by the fire of my soul and split seed. Somebody give me the strength cause I can't find it. My life is full of regrets but I keep grinding. Try to move forward cause there is no winding. No going back, nah, no more reclining. Not enough time left here to fix me. A lucky fucker if I ever hit 60. So I drive for my goals like a 6-speed. Fueled by the fire of my soul and split seed.
There you have it then, people. Roscoe Sauce 6 Speed again, hearing that emotion come out in the track. It's NI Mental Health Arts Festival week, and we're supporting it through Fifth Element, Skank FM, Northern Souls Crew, Elixir, Moondoggies, all the Irish hip hop heads on supporting this show, and were last night as well. It's great to raise awareness for mental health, especially by playing tunes based around mental health, and it's mad the amount of artists that actually write about topics. Like, it's made me realize this week how many artists there actually is out there that I know personally that are writing about these topics of depression, anxiety, and as well as that, like, you know, more horrible situations as well, like suicide, and also just questioning sort of aspects of like our society and what are we doing about this. So it's quite shocking. Yes, we do have a very high suicide rate here in Northern Ireland, but it's also been quite shocking over the past week, me actually realizing how many artists are actually writing songs about this topic because they've witnessed it, or they're going through it themselves, or they know someone who's going through it themselves. So yeah, I mean, it's great we're using music as an expression, and I do encourage people to keep doing that, but at the same time it's also quite frightening how many artists are touched by this subject, especially in this country, and like I said, it's been very, very evident and noticeable over the past week here with me flicking through tunes for these shows. So anyway, last night we played another artist, goes by the name of Apollo DFG. Again, I don't know him terribly well. We've bumped into together, you know, at a couple of live shows, and the first time I seen him spit live, I was kind of blown away at how talented he was and how good he sounded and how tight his flow was, and his lyrics are just bang on point, and you'll see it in this song. But last night we played his tune with Devious, and those two in that collaboration really highlighted a lot of factors about mental health with their own experiences, but also like things that we should maybe think about too within our own society. So again, tonight I've got a totally different tune from Apollo DFG here. We're going to play it, and it touches down on some really deep subjects, much like that Dan McGill track where he talked about his upbringing and the struggles with family and pressures of life and anxiety and depression and fighting, basically, you know, to keep things right and to live a happy life, but really having to struggle to do so. You can really hear it in Apollo's music, and I got a lot of love for the dude because he's really writing from the heart on this record and the one we played last night. It's called What Do You Really Know? Apollo DFG. Get online, support him, follow him. Shambles Records as well behind this one. Shout out to Shambles Records and Shambles Boy. Let's just get straight into it. What Do You Really Know? Apollo DFG.
So what do you really know about the roads? I don't think you know very fucking much, cause it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Said I was trapped, bro, nowhere to go, running low on the dough. Still there's gold in my flow. Inside my mind's fucked up, I'm trying to survive. My mental health is looking grim, I'm struggling to get by. And the truth be told, you know I'm sick of this life. But don't judge, you dumb fucks, you don't know what it's like. I'm hurting inside, yeah, I feel like murdering guys. Reversing the time, go back so I can learn what is right. And believe me, bro, hold the vermin will die. We swerve in the ride, get fucked off the bourbon tonight. My soul cries out, I drown the suns with the liquor. We're all going to die, I'm trying to make the process quicker. Everybody's seen some shit though, my shit is sicker. My mother getting beat, my dad killed himself with liquor. I've seen my best friend die from an overdose, bro. That's the reason why my heart is so cold. Lock myself in the room, in the dark have a smoke. And I don't understand though, why they all have to go. Shit, but people saying that it's just the way it had to be. This shit can be prevented, so am I, that's a tragedy. And someone taking their own life, you know it's sad to see. I've had people do it close to me, you know it saddens me. But this world's cold and it's getting colder. Turn me cold too, bro, that's why I'm never sober. To tell the truth, I can't wait until it's over. Fucking nice house, the chains and the Range Rovers. Sick of all this shit, I said I'm stuck up in the system, bro. Trying to break free from my girl, mom and sisters, yo. And people saying keep rapping because my spits could blow. I'm putting in the work, I made this shit my missions, bro. Said life is no instructions, kid. My mate took his own life, self-destruction shit. I'm smoking weed and numb the pain, I've had enough of this. I'm sick of pig snitches and the handcuff shit. So what do you really know about the roads? I don't think you know very fucking much, cause it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Said I was trapped, bro, nowhere to go, running low on the dough. Still there's gold in my flow. So what do you really know about the roads? I don't think you know very fucking much, cause it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. Said I was trapped, bro, nowhere to go, running low on the dough. Still there's gold in my flow. My head's fucked, it's from smoking the weed. I'm puffing bong after bong in the hope that I sleep. I've got a potent disease, it brings blokes to their knees. That's why I love this bong though, it's my coping machine. See, I don't need a priest, I hit the booth and make confessions. No lie though, I'm getting sick of the depression, because you know that it's been slowing my progression. Every day though, I'm still counting my blessings. I wish that I could take my family and fly away. Living in the dark times, searching for a brighter day. Don't know what's around the corner, I could die today. Keep my head down, I never frown, yeah I ride away. Trying to succeed, but I'm destined to fail. Living a life of crime, I was destined for jail. The judge threw the hammer down, I didn't get no bail. Checking for a letter though, I didn't get no mail. Was trying hard not to lose it, so I made this music. Made some bad decisions, I was abusing the blues kid. This life chose me, nah I didn't choose this. 2015, all over the news shit. Screaming please God, I need you to guide me. Looking to the future, trying to leave the past behind me. And still so many people are telling me lies, G. But I'm all good, my girl and mates are beside me. Life's short, I'm in the fast lane, living it up. I'm my brains campaign and I ain't giving a fuck. No champagne, just my gin, yeah the splits will get puffed. Stuck, and still they say that I ain't giving enough. Fuck their opinions bro, they don't mean shit to me. Working for the dough, cause I know you don't get shit for free. And dedicated, I'll be rapping when I'm 63. Sipping on the Hennessy and smoking on the split for cheese, bang. What do you really know about the roads? I'm thinking no very fucking much cause it's cold. Yeah it's cold. Said I was trapped bro, nowhere to go. Running low on the dough, still there's gold in my flow. So what do you really know about the roads? I don't think you know very fucking much cause it's cold. Yeah it's cold. Said I was trapped bro, nowhere to go. Running low on the dough, still there's gold in my flow, bang.
Have you ever woke up in the morning?
So yeah, people, that was another local Belfast artist, goes by the name of Apollo DFG. Like I say, deep on the lyrics, a lot of people feeling that one, and yeah, one of those dope artists, really doesn't hold back on opening up on a record and spilling his thoughts there. Yeah, it's a deep story throughout that track. As soon as I heard it the first time, I was like, whoa, like that's a deep one, you know. It must have been painful to a certain degree laying that down, and I've been in that position myself, but really just uses his art form to express himself. And it's great we've got artists like this who aren't going to hold back and who aren't really going to shy away from any of the deep and dark topics. They're just going to get straight in there and lay it down. So such a tune to play on a week like this for NI Mental Health Arts Festival week. And again, his tunes were part of the show last night, so you can watch it back and hear kind of a similar thing with a feature that he does with Devious. So go give it a listen. But yes, up next then, there's another amazing group that we talked about, Northwest Hip Hop, who are situated up north in Derry. Shane Dean, Amanda Healy, Dysfunctional BMC. I've had so much love for these dudes over the past load of years. They've been coming down to Belfast. We've been going up there, performing at a night that they do called Bennigan's. That's the venue, Bennigan's. But yeah, it's great. They give a platform for local Irish hip hop artists up in Derry to perform live. They bring guests in from as far as Dublin, and as well some Belfast artists doing their thing there as well. But another thing with Northwest Hip Hop is, like us at Fifth Element and Skank FM over the years and stuff, Northwest Hip Hop have really been active within their community and using music to try and change and trying to help their community through the use of hip hop and writing and lyrics and stuff like that. They've been working with a lot of youth groups, a lot of young vulnerable people up there, kind of just highlighting their craft and how they use it in their life, and you can hear it in their music. We're going to play the track we played last night because it has to be played. It's only just released, but we'll have to play it because again it's so relevant to this topic of mental health and depression, suicide, anxiety and things like that. So shout out to Northwest Hip Hop crew. I've got too much love for these dudes and what they're doing up north. Very similar to what we're doing down here, just using music to try and help their community. Just using music as another aspect of help and another tool, another source of therapy for people, you know, suffering that here's an outlet, here's escapism, here's something you can be creative with, here's something you can create and feel that sense of achievement and build your confidence. So too much love for the Northwest Hip Hop crew. Make sure hop online, check out their music. Most recent stuff that dropped was this track, Escapism, and another tune called Classic. Both, just go and check them on YouTube after the show. Both sick tracks. They came through to Skank FM and absolutely killed Skank FM booth sessions about 2 years ago. So Northwest crew, too much respect. This is called Escapism, brand new record from them. And again, listen to the lyrics. It's so relevant to this show and what's going on in this country.
They couldn't tell you where the book stops. Steady tagging for the cause. Experts get a sinister applause, but their feet's never stood in the puddle. These beings don't exist anywhere, and what we do in the struggle, that's the usual rebuttal. But the truth isn't subtle, they don't care. Consider all the fucking money that they funnel. As soon as there's pound signs, there's downsides and cut corners, temporary fixes, ideal for the profit holders. Meanwhile, we freestyle our beat lives, looking for the buzz like cocaine in a sheesh pipe. The bottle's always empty in these minds. Dreaming not of abundance, but just enough for a wee while. The skimp and the scrape is the majority's reality. Pulling 95, she couldn't call it a salary. Everyone is crying anxiety, but getting people they talk is so challenging. Another lost soul in the river. They say that halfway down they regret their decision. Life's a prison, it's a mission trying to follow the digits. I must have felt something when I made the incision. It must have been the lyrics, sounds corny when you listen, but this is my escapism. My heart bleeds for those that don't express and feel defeated and stressed. They got their back against the wall and all they're seeing is death. It's so sad.
Peace of mind, no peace of mind. Ask the questions why. No peace of mind. We're just squirming around inside.
You don't want any love here, the pain could be fierce. It's full of tears and fear, your peers disappear. It's a dark place. Every day I feel my heart rest, pointing like a harvest. It's a harsh test of reality, cause we're surrounded by tragedy. Suicidal victims taken from their family. This life is satanic. We're fighting the panic, we hide with the Xanax. We're dying they manage, so we manage by dying. Striving for a purpose, unattainable dreams, cause we're stuck in the circus. Fucking we're worthless, gasping for joy. Instead of sleeping in beds, we sleep deep in the void. Our freedom's destroyed, living on the same boat, trying to hang on the hope, but we hang from a rope. It's a never-ending tunnel, there's no light at the end. We struggle with these troubles that we're frightened they men. Trying to figure out the puzzle, the pieces are a mess. The agony is permanent, so our pieces with death. Holding on tight every night for a breath. No one's alright cause our heads up the left. Darkness falls every week cause the death rate's risen. We're all afraid to speak cause no one wants to listen. Alcoholism, street drugs and prescriptions. We all hate living, this is our escapism.
Peace of mind, no peace of mind. Ask the questions why. No peace of mind. We're just squirming around inside.
There you have it then, Northwest Hip Hop, Shane Dean, Amanda Healy, the Dysfunctional BMC on the record. Like I say, they're amazing together live, and the stuff that they're doing up in Derry in their community is absolutely awesome. We've got love and respect for them and what they're doing up there. But yes, we dropped that tune last night and we had to play it again tonight. It's just too relevant to this NI Mental Health Arts Festival week. And shout out to Tammy as well, tackling awareness of mental health issues in our very community. And it is close and it is personal to me because, well, I've had a friend, a close friend, we talked about him last night, Cole, an amazing talent, an amazing human, and an amazing friend to me personally. I've got nothing but great love and respect for him, and such amazing memories that we spent together before he took his own life. But yes, they just really tackle that issue of suicide on that record, the Northwest Crew. And like I say, doing this for the Mental Health Arts Festival and for Tammy, it's personal to me because I have lost someone who's very close to me within this music community, and Tammy were one of the groups that stepped in and gave support to Michael's family. So shout out to Colin for basically asking me to be a part of this festival and come on board and help out, and shout out to NI Mental Health Arts Festival for contacting us at Fifth Element and asking us to be a part of this. I feel like it's quite important that the hip-hop community has a part to play in this, because we can do stuff to prevent things like suicide and to help with good mental well-being. And we're not trained professionals to do this, but we've been blessed with an opportunity with the building that we'll have at Fifth Element to try and make some sort of impact or some sort of change. So like I was saying earlier on before in the show, you may not necessarily have that quick help and that quick fix, but we're just another little section in that cog that you can come in, drop and visit, and just get to know us and get to know a bit about how we use the 4 elements of hip-hop to keep good mental health and good mental well-being. And like I was saying, like last night again, there's so many different sides to this hip-hop. Obviously you can talk about the cars and the money and the hardcore partying and the drugs and the alcohol and things like that, but really at Fifth Element we're trying to show the real true side of hip-hop and how it originated with those 4 elements, and how those 4 elements can be used to benefit, you know, and push along your community and help support it. And as well as that, build your own community, and that's what we're doing down at Fifth Element and within this Irish hip-hop scene. So come be a part of it, and come get involved. We are looking for volunteers. We are going to be running more events when lockdown lifts and stuff like that, but even now while we're on lockdown, like the discussion that we're having you know, within the Fifth Element circle and all the people involved, we're still trying to be active and do stuff. So get involved and be a part of it, people. But yes, we've played all those deep tunes, we've played all those tunes that really are relevant to this week, but as well as that, another side to music is, you know, listening to music and learning from music. And like I say, I learned a lot when I went through my depression, and my style of writing really changed, but I still listen to music and other MCs from this country and get inspired, and also hear what they put down on the record, and it makes me think and it makes me feel more motivated. Last night we played a tune from Jay Sutton, and there was just one simple line in the track. The whole track was kind of questioning your existence in life, but the tune last night, basically the one line in the track was like, you know, do you wish you kind of just dropped that Xbox to see that like one last sunrise sort of type thing. So it's lyrics like this that really make me question like my own life, and that's what I really love about music, and that's the escapism side of it. I can delve into certain types of music if I need that music for motivation. Like, I remember being a kid and playing football, and before a match I used to fire in DMX and listen to like Dark as Hell is Hot and Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood, like, and then there was X, all those albums, and DMX just used to fire me up and motivate me if I was going to do some sports or play basketball or something like that, or even going on my cycles in the height of depression. I was listening to stuff like that would drive me along. And then there's times when I want to chill out and listen to other kind of music, stuff that makes me think, and conscious hip-hop and stuff about bigger subjects in life and the world and stuff like that. So I'm going to give you an example of that in these next couple of records with Robbie Growler and Roll Dull, Jay Sutton, and as well as that, Jack Bashful. These are 2 tunes that just kind of grabbed me and made me think about different perspectives on life with the lyrics, and also just, you'll hear it gives you a wee bit of thinking to do, but also a bit of drive to go out and just achieve a wee bit more. So let's get into it anyway. This one, Roll Dull and Robbie Growler off the album Rum and Raspberry by Polar Bear.
What's it all about, these moon and stars, crooning bars? Tried to disarm and charm his heads with arts they'd set on acting hard. I fling full antis, plenty trust, I know the pigeonhole. And fuck a system to its core, but ain't no glory rolling dole. Aren't we all so very cool and also very dull? Aren't we also very social now, alone in quiet lulls? Touching up the imagery, we want the world to view us as, skewing the perception so that no one knows you're losing track. Ain't we all so self-important now, where egos tripping? Ain't we keen to look outside ourselves to find what insight's missing? Quick to judge another based upon the life they're living. Sharp to cast aside the cats and brothers, yet to find the rhythm. Move along, we're all so busy now and time is money. No moment spare for nose and roses, man, I find it funny. Tooth and nail and chasing cream to glitter up a shine, and the only thing your pennies can't glean you back is time. So here's to all the bloodied noses, teary eyes and lumpy throats, and every chick got turned away from someone else's joke. I broke a roll or two and felt the sting of tables turned around. The fingers burned, the knuckles wrapped, the hopes had never left the ground. Cause everybody's got a monkey on their back, a bipolar bear prepared to launch a full attack. Hardened out ourselves, protect the soft and gooey parts, while the bravest faces hide the latest feelings of the heart. See, every person can achieve great things, but have a habit of conforming to accept clipped wings. If an eagle can't relate the plights of flightless birds, does that equate a penguin's life devoid their lack of worth? Take a breath, young lungs, fill your breast with breeze. Clear your head, no stress, and just be blessed to be a free and sentient being in this place and space, where the rum notes flow and hints of raspberry cheese. See, we ain't so different, me and you and him and her, them and us. A clever way to split us up, a label they can hang you with. Demographic box to take, a custom fitted second skin to fit within your chosen clique. Blueprint that blend in, that peels the insignificant. So cynical and cut and dried as cult of individualist. So fucking special now, it seems to slip the mind. We're all one fucking species, and a spinning rocks and place and time. Spill some wine, sing and dance and fuck until the morning lights. A twinkle in an eye and heats the cockle, stalks the hottest white. Can't he stop the clock, but sure as fuck can stop from watching it. A waste of time and we don't speak the language, ticks are talking in. Check the steps you're walking in, the choice is yours, and reserve the right to change your stripes if you're not sure. Any road will walk a life along its path of fate. Sip a glass half full and let the raspberry cheese.
Sick tune, Jay Sutton, North Coast DBMCs representing Rat Out Records all day long. Too much love for this dude, and even after last night's show he got in contact today and was like, DAZ, big up yourself for putting on that show, dealing with those issues, talking about those subjects. And one of those dudes who was like, yo, if you need an ear, holler me. So I appreciate that, Jay, big time. Anyway, up next, another one of these records from the local Irish hip-hop scene. Like Jay Sutton's record, just certain things in it get you questioning life and your perspective on life and your perspective on making music and things like that. And that's why I really love to listen to other local Irish hip-hop artists, so I get influenced too and get motivated. So this guy here, Jack Bashful, again coming through to Skank FM, recording his records with us. I just recorded all his vocals for his latest album with Moonpaw Print. I see today he's dropped a brand new single with Moonpaw Print. Hopefully we'll play that on Sunday night. But yeah, got a lot of love for Jack Bashful and what he does. This one here, really taking hurt, suffering, and using it as motivation and drive to do what you want to do in life. And that's what I like about this record. So check it out. It's called Death and Glory. Shout out Moonpaw Print on production, Jack Bashful on the record. And go check out the feature myself and Jack did about a year ago called Repent. There's a sick music video for that as well. Shout out Niall Murphy. Here we go.
People keep saying, what's the point of this? Like, why do I bother doing this? Like, why do I rap? And I'm like, I rap cause I can't. I rap cause I can't be the one with the noose in his hand. Cause he ran from the dreams that he had. Shoot for the clouds and I'll see where I land. Shoot for the stars and I'll see how it goes. Taking a stand and I'll meet the opposed. With a knife and a list and a mic in my fist, and behold, it's the bay with a fuckload of flows. It's the bay with a fuckload of foes. On a quest for an answer, a yes. Cause all I get is a fuckload of no's. Last year I couldn't fuck with the pros. Last year I wouldn't touch one of those NPCs and SPs.
Now I'm like, made I wanna get one of those. Get what I'm owed, write what I see and I spit what I wrote. Spots into boy and I'll spit till I'm old. Ask if I wanna get rich, but I'll only get rich when I know I made a mark. To bite up where the bark I tried to make it out. At least I made a start instead of our lives having death on all sides. Pray to these gods, what they say it's all lies. So all rise to judge and execution, there is back at the vantage. They set us to the inferno, we put his face on a pendant. I'm stressed and I'm fatting, I'm in a threatening setting. I'm in a lean on my own, I'm trying to get next to the devil. Settling quick, throwing shit till it stick. You coming in with the snare, I'm coming in with the kick. If I'm sick, live with it, Grealish. I'm feeling this like the OG rapper beat, cause I'm limitless. Try to escape from the thoughts that you don't wanna face. Take a knife to your throat, take a light to the stage. Falling from grace, turning regret into rage. Flee from control, throw yourself in the flames. Try to escape from the thoughts that you don't wanna face. Take a knife to your throat, take a light to the stage. Falling from grace, turning regret into rage. Flee from control, throw yourself in the flames of the pit. This is it, it's your life and you're wasting it with excuses. You've been misusing your opportunistic means of peace in the shit that people kill for. Mate, there's things that people fight for. There's shit that people die for. Dead sons that mothers cry for. And if all is fair in love and war, jeez, is it worth it looking for peace? And you can run from the truth until you're dead in your feet. I pray that I'll be exempt from the purge, locked out of heaven and send him to earth. For causing a ruckus, I'm down in my luck and I might just give up. What the fuck is it worth? Try to escape from the thoughts that you don't wanna face. Take a knife to your throat, take a light to the stage. Falling from grace, turning regret into rage. Flee from control, throw yourself in the flames. I'm exhausted by the normal, exhausted by my morals. Transcend into glory, go join the immortals. Won't rest on my laurels, no. Must impact before I go. Must get back to being who they will said they'll never know. I'll never grow, my truest thoughts will never show. You'll never see that side of me, so let it go. You might insist, but I know I'll regret it though. Regret I know. Are you a friend or foe?
So yeah, big up Jack Bashville on that one. Moonpaw Print on production as well. Death and Glory it's titled. It was a blast recording with Jack Bashville at the Skank FM studio when he was putting down the vocals for that Moonpaw Print album. And he's got a new single out today, by the way, with Moonpaw Print I just seen on social media earlier on. So hopefully we'll get our hands on that and spin that on Sunday night. But yes, just before we sign out tonight, we did this last night. I talked about why this is so important for me to be involved in this NI Mental Health Arts Festival week, and also try and help raise awareness for Tammy. And Tammy basically are tackling awareness of mental health issues and have been for some time in Belfast. Like I say, Tammy were one of those groups who stepped in to show support to Michael Cullen, his family, whenever Michael Cullen went missing and committed suicide. Just so mad because Cull was one of those dudes that just had such an infectious aura about him. I absolutely loved it when he came through the studio. I was blessed to be on stage with him warming up for Far Side. I was blessed to go and watch him warm up for Stormzy, for Beardy Man, all his kind of idols. Like, he went across to the beatboxing championship over in England and came second in the UK beatboxing championship. He's worked with Reaps One. Like, too many people got love for Cull, and did have love for Cull within the music industry in Belfast, from all the DJs, MCs, producers, just everyone. So yeah, it has to be done. This is why it's so close to me, like I say, because at the end of the day, we've all been affected by it. It was devastating whenever Cull went missing. We had to go search for him. with the search and rescue team, who were absolutely incredible in helping find Michael eventually. And it's just so sad for Michael's close friends who were all searching for him. And I remember clearly like standing next to his friends like Michael and Rory and Niall and all his friends basically that he went to school with, like searching for him up at the Cave Hill. It was a devastating time, and it's still devastating to this day talking about it, but talking about it more often. And I was even saying to Jay Sutton today, like each time I kind of do this, it kind of just chips away a bit more at me in terms of like, okay, that's you getting more stuff off your chest, and it becomes a wee bit more easier to talk about, to be honest with you. And I love also just still trying to let Michael's memories live on through platforms like this. So that's why it's important for me to do this for NI Mental Health Arts Week. But as well as that, it's important for me to do this for Tammy, because they help Michael's family in their time of loss. And it's a great support platform for a lot of people throughout this country that are suffering with self-harming and thoughts of suicide and other things like that. So really important people within our communities that we've got to show love and respect to, and that's why we have done through Fifth Element and Skank FM, Moondoggies, Elixir and Northern Souls crew, all showing our love to support this platform here tonight, and as we did last night. There is going to be a further show as well on Sunday on Instagram on the NI Mental Health Arts Festival page. So that's at 9, and then from 10 to 12 we're playing straight Irish hip hop on YouTube on this show. But before we sign out, I just want to, like we did last night, pay my respect to Cole. He was such an amazing person to me. I miss him every day, and I just want to play some past recordings that we did together at Skank FM. So listen to him beatbox here, and hopefully you'll be blown away, because like every time this dude was on stage, it was just mind-blowing how amazing he was.
Okay, this is Cole, and this is a freestyle from my mouth. 100% vocal, check it out. That's great. Switch it up. Dubstep. One, two, three. Okay. So this is Cole, and this is a freestyle all from my mouth, 100% vocal. Check it out. I didn't know where I was going there. Like, I was just fucking around. Right, so this is Cole, and this is a freestyle, all from my mouth, 100% vocal. Check it out.
So yeah, right about now we've just played 3 recordings back to back that Cole did at the old Skank FM studio on the Newton Arch Road. That was many moons ago. But yeah, just an amazing talent, and it was awesome working with Cole. I loved him just as a person. He was just so upbeat and so outgoing and so enthusiastic with his beatboxing and all the gigs that he was doing and all the things that he was achieving as well. But it just really threw me whenever Cole went missing, and eventually we found out he took his own life, because I didn't really see it happening, and I had no idea, that's the state of mind that he was in at the time, as did a lot of his friends, I think, and family. And it's just it really saddens me still to this day, and will do forever, and I don't think I'll ever get rid of the pain. But the one thing is, I find better ways of coping with it, as I have done with loss throughout the past load of years of my life. And I find mechanisms for helping me. One of them is talking, the other thing is music, and that's why it's been so important to do this show and highlight the use of Irish hip-hop in our community and how it can help mental health. So before we sign out, I'm going to play this little last recording you can hear in the background. This is like a project me and Cole were working on. We never put it out, we never got it finished, and I'll never have that opportunity to finish it with him. But eventually I will put out the material that me and Cole meant to finish together. But this is when we had him in the studio dropping all sorts of mad noises in the booth and recording almost like samples for me to produce and work with. So we came up with this track, and it's basically just the instrumental, and I was gonna basically produce Cole beatboxing and then get my vocals recorded over, and it was going to be like a beatbox rap album together. So I'm devastated. I'm never going to have the opportunity to have him in the studio again and hear him laugh and watch him on stage and just hang out with him and just chill. He was one of those people who was there for me in the height of my depression, and he seen the loss and the struggle I was going through, and he approached me and said, it'll be alright. And I'll never forget that. But I just love Cole so much. My thoughts are with him and his family every day, and I drive past the Cave Hill, to go to work and stuff like that. And it's forever in my mind. But really, let's show our love and listen to this last recording of Cole that we made in the Skank FM studio. And then I'm going to play a song that I haven't released yet. It's on the new Michael Parkinson album. It's been amazing working with Parky. But as soon as Parky gave me this beat, I was like, I really felt the need straight away to write about Cole. And that's what I did in this song. It was probably one of the most difficult songs I've ever wrote in my life. And I wish that I never had to write this song. But yeah, it took a while to get through and to record and to write the lyrics and all the rest of it. But it's just one of the ways I can hopefully just show my love to Cole, and also just another way hopefully we can let his memories live on even further, and by constantly doing stuff like this. And we do incorporate Cole a lot at Fifth Element in what we do, and we've recently raised money for Colin Cullen and the Cullen family, so they can, you know, choose how they disperse the money to various charities, because various people like the search and rescue team and Tammy and all the rest of it have been really supportive with their family and their loss. So we appreciate it, and we would appreciate it if you could also donate via the Just Giving link on all the social media pages, and it's the very first comment in that thread on YouTube. So yeah, I'll play this last recording that me and Cole made. I'll play the last track in dedication to Cole, produced by Michael Parkinson, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Don't forget, Sunday night, tune in at 9 p.m. on NI Mental Health Arts Festival Instagram. I'll be doing an hour there, and then from 10 to 12 we'll be playing Irish hip-hop on this YouTube channel. So let's get into it. In dedication to Michael Cole, and our thoughts are with his family every day. We love you.
Dead on.
So here it is then, people, last record of the night in dedication to Michael Cole. Thank you everyone for tuning in, much respect. Produced by Michael Parkinson, shout out, you absolute legend, who by the way dropped a brand new beat tape today. Go listen to that. Here we go.
You felt my pain whenever I was hurt, you're like a brother to me, yo, and that's my word. Anything it wouldn't do to have you back in this earth. I prayed to God for a while, cause he knew your worth, and I knew that too while we watched you bloom. On stage doing shows on check EQs, beatboxing like a champion, never miss one groove. And if you did, we never knew because it sounds so good. I love being at your shows, I was blessed being a part of them. The pain that I'm feeling, I guess it's just a part of it. They ask how I am, I just kinda parted them. My heart's truly shattered ever since you departed, bro. Look at what you started though, look at what you did. You were on the next level, being blessed with that gift. All you needed was that mic and you got the party started. Really miss you in my life, that's why I'm dealing with this heartache. They say life goes on, but it can't for me unless I write this song. So I'm saying goodbye, bro, not so long. Too many great memories and they live on, yo. They say life goes on, but it can't for me unless I write this song. So I'm saying goodbye, bro, not so long. Too many great memories and they live on. that intelligent mind. And the way you live your life, man, I had to admire everything you had to say, because you talk with respect, with so much love for your family and love for your friends. And if you weren't spitting beats or a Rory and Hedge, you would come and link me up so we could try and progress. All I ever wanted to do was support what you did. With this music of life, you deserve nothing less. The truth is, Cole, you were one of the best. When I heard you were gone, I found it hard to digest. We searched night and day, man, we never give up. And all the efforts involved showed how much you were missed. And now I reminisce on all the things that we did. I don't have one bad memory of you on my list. Every time that you called, I felt nothing but blessed. You're always in my thoughts from beginning to end. So they say life goes on, but it can't for me unless I write this song. So I'm saying goodbye, bro, not so long. Too many great memories and they live on, yo. They say life goes on, but it can't for me unless I write this song. So I'm saying goodbye, bro, not so long. Too many great memories and they live on, live on. 1, 2, 3. Live on. This one's for Cole, man, it's not my song. This one's for him so we can all stand strong and know every day the Michael lives on, lives on. It's like, live on, live on. This one's for Cole, man, it's not my song. This one's for him so we can all stand strong and know every day the Michael lives on, lives on. They say life goes on, but it can't for me unless I write this song. So I'm saying goodbye, bro, not so long. Too many great memories and they live on, yo. They say life goes on, but it can't for me unless I write this song. So I'm saying goodbye, bro, not so long. Too many great memories and they live on, live on.
There you have it, people. Last tune in dedication to Michael Cullen. Rest in peace. And yeah, just before we sign out, Lola wants to say shout out to the people. And yeah, what do you want to say?
So I'd like to say a shout out to Mummy, and I like to say good night, people, and peace out.
Peace. Nice one. Catch you Sunday from myself, DAZ, and Lola B, the young MC, in the place to be. 1, 2, 3. We'll see you later.